Laptop webcam is better than the webcam that I bought for my at-home computer. Any case, we got three of the gift or six of the gift bundles. Uh, besides the fact I should have just used this, except for this one overheats. My laptop overheats when I try to record on it for a long duration. But the collector booster box that we got before, it wasn't too bad. We got a lot of cards that actually we stuck inside the Mordor deck and made it way better than it was out of the box. And it actually steamrolls some people inside of my local Magic area community. But these gift bundles, I wanted the foil lands out of them. I wanted the dice because I need some more dice, and these could be collector dice. We get a collector booster pack in each one of these, and also where I couldn't really justify spending $500 on the gift bundle or the collector booster box, which I did. I did get a lot of cards that I actually wanted. Basically, no reprints hardly in that thing that I'm really concerned about. A lot of cards that hit all of the points, the main cards that I was looking to get that I didn't have access to. So if I didn't buy any cards online at all, and I got that one gift, that collector box, and I opened it, I would have been happy with what I got for the most part. Just the price was a bit high, um, but we'll see. Now for this, uh, you could pre-order these for $80, and these are what I was telling people to get if they were going to get some Lord of the Rings stuff for kind of cheap, because you get 8 booster packs. The dice, you get the Sing cards with guaranteed one ring card and stuff in here. So the one ring was already going for like $40, and then the collector booster pack is going for like $40. So that basically pays for the $80 that you would have paid for this box, and then you get the extra bonuses on top of that. So I think it was a pretty good value. These are selling for like $200, $300 online. And I told people about it at Target, and then the pre-orders got bought out. Let me look online real quick. There's got one of the Rings gift bundle. So TCG Player is selling these gift bundles for $100 steel. Actually, I don't know. They have one for like 700, and they have one for 102 on here. So let's look at Amazon real quick. So Amazon doesn't have any in stock. The booster boxes are still like 400 to 440. Oh God. Okay. So Target, it's not fully loading. Just let it load real quick. My computer isn't overheating. Not wanting to load. I would say if nothing has changed, it's probably $80, but I can't really say that right now because I can't see it. Well, I figured I might open a couple of these today. We got about 15 minutes before I got to go back outside, but I'm tempted just to see what's in a couple of these. So, what does $80 get you? So we get a little Lord of the Rings flyer. I don't know if these are different for each still. See, this is the kind of stuff I was more interested in collecting. Like instead of buying the collector booster box, I should have bought like all of the artwork packages and stuff that had all of the cards that make these scenes. and keep these little flyers and stuff, because I think Lord of the Rings wise, if you keep all these boxes and everything, I think that'd be worth something down the road potentially, I would think. But see, you get a cool Lord of the Rings box with really cool artwork on it. Got the eagles flying over Mordor, carrying Frodo and all that, and then the destruction of Sauron's tower. So that's pretty cool. Also feels like a pretty dirty, like a durable box, pretty solid. I like that, and I needed some stuff to carry my cards in anyway. And then we actually got a cool dice. So you get this shiny, like glowing red and gold dice, and there's one in each box. So we have six. So we're gonna have six of these dice, which actually I like a lot. It looks pretty cool. I like it better than normal dice for sure. Then it looks like we get some art. So we get some 1/1 counters. We get some art cards. All right, we got two art cards and a ring counter. Yeah, we get some ring counters. That's interesting. I'm not gonna take those out. I'm gonna leave those in there. And then we have two white packs. We get a stack of stuff. Okay, so it looks like the white packs are probably the land cards. We're supposed to get 20 lands. We get one collector booster pack, and then we get 8 booster packs with 12 cards. So I think there's 15 cards in a collector booster pack. The foil lands, there's 20 in a box. Or I think there's 20 foil lands and 20 regular lands, maybe. I don't remember. But since we got 6 boxes, that's gonna be, 120 foil lands potentially. And then we're getting 8 of these packages here, so we're getting like 48 booster packs, which is like 500 cards potentially just out of these 6 boxes. And 80 bucks a piece, I mean, is about the cost of a collector booster box. So overall, I think you got more value just play wise here in general. So we'll try and open up one of these just to see what's all in here. So I'm gonna start with these lands real quick, just to kind of see what's going on here. And we're gonna put these back in the box afterwards. So okay, so we get some basic lands with some really cool artwork. The Lord of the Rings, and a couple of tip cards. So these are just the normal lands. And these One Ring cards, I'm not exactly sure how positive, like how much money, but there's a lot of like these scene cards that you can buy a collector box for that gives you all the scene cards. So this one has Frodo Sauron's Bane, which instantly wins the game. Samwise the Stoutheart, Gollum the Patient Plotter, and we have a One Ring in each of these boxes, which is the main thing I was wanting to make sure I had enough One Rings for different Lord of the Rings decks. Um, and also it looks pretty cool. It doesn't look as foily as some, but I mean that's a really cool the One Ring card. And then you get foil lands in this one, which I never really get foil basic lands. So it looks like you get 4 of each. So we're gonna get 8. So we're gonna get 24 foil lands for each color, which is fine by me. And I'll go ahead and stick these behind the other lands that we got. And we're gonna open up these booster packs real quick. Okay. So you get a cool art card with each of these. And it looks like we're getting additional foil lands. So we got an additional foil swamp here, which I'll take that because I want to make some foil Lord of the Rings decks. We got a Mirror Guardian, Enraged Figurine. So we got a Tree Folk that we don't have from our other cards, which is nice. 4/5 Trample. Sam's Desperate Rescue. Now for Wrath, Now for Ruin. Bill Finney, Breeze Swindler. Target opponent gains control of target horseshoe control. If they do, remove Bill Finley from combat and create 3 treasure tokens. What? Bill the Pony. Stew of the Conies. These cards are a little bit more grainy feeling than some of the other things that we've seen so far. Shire Sheriff. Looks like a full art Dunlin Setbane, those little hawks. I don't think they're necessarily bad, but I don't think they're the best thing ever. So we got the Forgorn Tree Shepherd, just normal card. That's gold on the bottom of it, but it's just a normal, so that's weird. We got a foil int drop basin. That's cool. Forgot about the card art. So this card art, we got Bilbo. We got a basic plains. Got an improvised club. Interesting. Lash of the Balrog with a different artwork. This one is a normal artwork, but it has Gandalf in it picture, which I kind of like a little bit more than the foil that we had before. Nasty End. Just the normal. Ungol Patrol. Sacrifice another creature, draw a card, then create a food token. Shire Sheriff. Butterbree Innkeeper. Rosie Cotton of South Lane with a different artwork. Rosie Cotton of South Lane full art, normal. Pippin's Bravery full art. Sting Glinting Dagger. And we got a Greyhavens full art foil. And a human soldier token. Cool. It's cool that these have foils in them. I like that. A little bit easier to open than the other stuff too. So we got a Nazgul card art. Kind of wonder if people would let you play this as a card. Be cool. I could use that for a Wraith token maybe. Regular land. Break the Fellowship. Glorious Gale. Dreadful as the Storm. Claim the Precious with a different artwork. I don't think I've seen that yet. Maybe not. I can actually see the artwork on the normals a little bit better. I kind of like it. Like the Black Breath. I got this card in foil and stuck it in a deck, and now I'm looking at it. And you can actually see the soldiers and stuff in the mist underneath it. Kind of cool. Butterbury Innkeeper. Rosie Cotton of South Lane. Peregrine Took. Fairmere Field Commander. Orcish Bowmasters, normal. Not bad. Galadriel Guide, foil. Enters the battlefield, scry 2. I like the artwork. Then we got an old 6-cost Rain of Daggers. Destroy all your opponent's creatures. For each creature destroyed this way, you lose 2 life. There's a picture of something blue in the background with like a 97 on it. I don't know what that is. Pretty cool artwork for how old this one looks. I'm not opposed to that. Got a mountain. We got a foil plains. Got a Pippin's Bravery. Many Partings. Second Breakfast. Olympus. Madlock Bandybrook. Bilbo Retired Burglar. Borrow Blade. Legolas Counter of Kills. Eleanor Gardner. I'm not a big fan of these halfling cards. Ariel Mortal Queen. She's alright. We got a foil Limbus Spread. And then we got a Reduce and Rubble spell. Interesting. Part of me's tempted to not make a foil deck and keep all my foils in a book and never use them, and then just use the normal cards to play with. But got a Gandalf art, a regular Swamp Aaron Rider of Gundor, which I don't think we had in the other one, if I'm going to be honest. Inherited Envelope. Bombadil Song, Slip on the Ring, Borrowed Blade, Frodo Baggins, Gollum Patient Plotter, Samwise Stoutheart, Knights of Dol Amroth, full art. I really like the art on this card. It's all about drawing your second card each turn, though. I want these for the Gundor deck, however, just because I don't think there's enough cards to actually make a deck like this yet. But basically, my commander, I want a pillow fort, have these creatures down, and then just have my commander drawing me an extra card every turn. And if they attack me, make 3 soldiers. And if they don't, I make these guys really big. But I really like the artwork on this card in particular. Born upon the wind, you may cast spells as though they had flash. Draw a card. Cool. Stew the conies. Treasure. Oh, about out of time. I'll go out a little late, I guess. Oh, we got a signed int art. Got standard map card, island. Herodrum Spearmaster. Rohirrim Lancer. So that's something we haven't had yet. Has Menace. Relentless Rohirrim. Dorthil Ruling Steward. Old Man Willow. Treefolk. Power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. When Old Man Willow attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or a token. When you do, target creature an opponent controls gets -2, -2 till end of turn. Interesting. He can be your commander, but he's black-green. Old Man Willow. Pretty strong power-wise. I mean, 4-drop, so he's coming out as a 4/4 probably minimum. That's interesting. Rise of the Witch King. This is another card I don't think that we had. Each player sacrifices a creature. If you sacrifice a creature this way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Interesting. But what's weird, it's black green, so if you do a Witch King deck, you can't stick that in there. And Sauron doesn't have black, or it doesn't have green either, I don't think. So I don't know how that works. We got a Fell Beast, we got a full art Nasty End. Full art Lost Isle Calling. Whenever you scribe, put a verse counter. Pay 6, exile Lost Island Calling, draw a card for each verse counter on Lost Island Calling. If you had 7 or more verse counters on it, take an extra turn after this one. That's a pretty good card, I guess. I mean, it's enchantment. Horn of Gundor. This is something that we didn't have and we needed. So that's good. We got Protectors of Gundor. Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Not really the best card in the world, but it is thematic. I'll give it that. But definitely not the best card that you could hope for if you're going to make a Gundor deck. That's the problem, is that if you want to make a full Lord of the Rings deck, there's better options for creatures than what they give you, you know? Okay, got another Tree Folk art. We got a Forced, Hobbit Sting, Generous Int, Mushroom Watchdogs, Snarling Ward. Not bad. Frodo Baggins, Gollum Patient Plotter, Samwise Stout-Hearted, Tale of Trivenuvale. Target creature you control gains indestructible as long as you control Tale of Trivenuvale. Turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Up to 2 target creatures you control gain lifelink. Okay. We got Greyhaven's full art. Getting a lot of these. Awen Fearless Knight, a little bit different art. Exile target creature an opponent controls with greater power. Legendary creatures you control gain protection from each of that creature's colors until end of turn. Has haste. I would almost be tempted to put this as a commander in the deck. Just so you pay 4, you summon it, you exile somebody's strong card, and then you swing in and smack somebody really hard. Now we got a foil Rohirrim Lancer and a human soldier token. Sadly, we don't get a box topper for this stuff, but got a Boromir art, foil island. Get a rally at Hornburg. Create 2/1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. Humans you control gain haste until end of turn. Get Coral's End. As an additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards. Create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Banish from Edoras. Bewitching Leechcraft. Fog of Bower Downs. Tale of Trinuvale. Gift of Strands. Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. Peridin Took Ring art. Island of Lost Calling. This is something new. Whenever you scry, put a verse counter on Lost Island Calling. Oh, it's the same thing. It's just different artwork. Okay. Cool. I like it. And then we got a foil, the Great Hall of the Citadel. Which is something I want for my Queen Marchesa deck anyway, so that works out pretty good. And then I will go ahead and open one of these booster packs before we go outside. So this is the collector booster pack. And we'll see, this is one of 6 that I have here, so we'll see how the gods favor us. Get a foil human. Foil human and food token. Also, I lost all my tokens somehow. We got a Pippin's Bravery foil. Smite the Deathless foil. Bewitching Leafcraft foil. Woe's Pathfinder foil. You Cannot Pass foil. Butterbree Innkeeper foil. Plains foil. Legolas Magister Archer, which is one that we don't have yet. Pretty interesting. King of the Oathbreakers is another one that we don't have yet. Extended art, Beardon of the Guard. When a guard or another human enters the battlefield under your control, creatures you control get 1/1 until and gain vigilance until end of turn. I'd be tempted to run him as a commander, but like he wouldn't be super strong. You'd play human, get 1/1 and vigilance. I guess you could play him and then like play multiple humans and get multiple 1/1 buffs. But he's alright. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire, Ringart. Tom Bombadil, Ringart. Legolas, Master Archer, Full Art. I like this one a little better. Grimly, Counter of Kills, Ring Art Foil. Gandalf, Westward Voyager, Extended Art Foil. It's one I haven't seen yet. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, each opponent reveals the top card of their library. If any of those cards share a card type with the spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy, and each opponent draws a card, otherwise you draw a card. Interesting. That's an interesting commander. Westward Voyager seems like it'd be an end. This one actually has really nice artwork. I like that. And we got the food token. Alright. So that was box one. I gotta go